Preferring to pamper pets over raising kids. The rise of the pet economy is an era of anti-child sentiment really upon us. Kindergartens are disappearing while pet stores are popping up everywhere. In 2024, the number of children in kindergartens nationwide dropped by 5 million compared to last year, while the population of pet cats and dogs has surpassed 120 million, which is already 4 times the number of children aged 0 to 3. And it's not just about keeping pets, it's about pampering them. I might settle for a cheap meal, but my cats and dogs have to live the good life. As of last year, the urban pet market for dogs and catsies reached a scale of 302 billion yuan. In other words, the average annual spending per pet exceeds 20 yuan. They say when the world is in shambles, kittens are the ones mending IT. Why are pets gradually taking over the ecological niche of infants and young children? And how deep does this trend really run? Hello everyone, this is Kanchai. Today, we're putting pets in the spotlight. Nowadays, pet ownership has become mainstream. Many young people are even skimping on themselves to spoil their pets. Even if they've just started working and aren't well off, they'll create the conditions to keep one regardless. According to statistics as of 2024, the number of pet dogs in China has reached 52-58 million, with 71-53 million pet cats totaling over 120 million. So why is everyone falling in love with pet ownership? Just how severe is the crisis of intimacy among people in China today? You might find it hard to imagine. You see, as early as 3 years ago, there were already over 125 million single-person households in China. The vast majority of these are unmarried young people or empty nesters who don't live with their children. For young people facing daily workplace stress and life anxiety, the healing power of pets is incredibly potent. After work every day, spend 10 minutes petting your cat and half an hour walking the dog. It not only plummets your cortisol levels, it also boosts dopamine to bring you joy. As for the elderly, they are also becoming increasingly accustomed to finding companionship through Petsy. Since their children rarely have time to visit outside of holidays, they turn to pets as anchors for their emotions. Oh, of course, even in standard families of 3, pet ownership is now very common. These fur babies aren't just playmates for the kids. They are also like a caring child to parents, providing immense emotional value. And best of all, they don't need help with homework. One could say that in today's society where low fertility and atomization are becoming increasingly apparent, it is these hundreds of millions of fur babies that with their unconditional love leave a gentle safety net to catch pet owners' fragile souls before they shatter. But with such a massive group of money-guzzling beasts, everything they eat, drink or use costs money, and behind them is a crowd of pet parents willing to spend. And the sickle of capital won't miss any chance to harvest the market. Thus, the pet economy has become a major battlefield for businesses over the last decade. Back in 2010, China's domestic pet market was only worth about 14 billion yuan. By 2020, it had surged to 265 billion yuan, with a compound annual growth rate as high as 39. It has long been a 100 billion level consumer market. To businesses, the pet industry is much like the maternal and infant industry. From daily essentials to medical care and even funerals, everything is a business opportunity. Mature industrial chains have developed across all these sectors, from the basics like pet food and litter to beds and kennels. Let's not get into that. Other pet products such as toys and outfits are now just as high-end as those made for human babies. And there are specialized services like medical checkups, grooming and bathing. Each one is a major recurring expense. Oh, of course, there's another necessary expense for pet owners: the cost of maintaining a clean home. Since dogs and cats shed so much twice a year for 6 months at a time, common floor washers and robot vacuums either just stick the hair to the floor or struggle to reach deep into corners. That's why vacuum cleaners have become the go-to choice for pet households. But many vacuums on the market either have hair getting tangled in the brush roll or trapped in the filter, forcing you to dig hair out of the dust cup by hand, and they start to smell after a while. Making vacuums truly pet-friendly seems like an uphill battle, but Yoat has found the optimal solution. The Yawant V400 vacuum tackles the hair problem that plagues most pet owners. With its specialized double suction, anti-tangle floor brush, it doesn't flinch at cat hair all over the floor. Even hair over a meter long won't get tangled thanks to the front-facing suction port and the rear brush roll, which catches hair before it ever touches the bristles. Turn on the central large green light and the 210 air-watt interstellar suction, and dust and hair become clearly visible, getting everything clean in in a single pass. And when you're done, there's no cleaning required. Just place it back on the base station and the dual motor system instantly vacuums away the debris. Plus, the bionic mechanical halo continuously scrapes the filter, removing even stubborn cat hair for a truly clean dust collection process. As for the issue of vacuums smelling bad, it has 3 key solutions. First, insert a purifying fragrance into the air outlet to eliminate odors. Then use the H30 HEPA filter to intercept particles and dust mites, making it very friendly for those with allergies. Finally, the dust bag is made of grade 11 antibacterial material to prevent odors after long-term use. This achieves comprehensive whole machine filtration. There's also a specialized pet brush that grooms and vacuums at the same time, solving the shedding problem at its source. But then again, it's not just vacuum cleaners. The domestic pet economy has evolved toward a pet-centric design philosophy, giving birth to a highly sophisticated industry ecosystem. No matter how niche the demand, there is a corresponding product. Not all of them are as essential as a vacuum cleaner. Over the past few years, businesses have been promoting the idea that pets are family members simply to get owners to open their wallets. This has led to the rise of costly parenting-style pet ownership, making you feel guilty if you buy anything cheap. Premium cat and dog food can be more expensive than human food, with pet toys costing hundreds and imported litter boxes costing thousands. Available everywhere. Many young people spare no expense for their pets, even if they have to skimp on themselves, just to provide their pets with top-tier supplies. But whether these products are actually worth the price is a matter of opinion. Pet ownership should fit your budget. It's best to avoid impulsive overspending. However, the era of barbaric growth in this industry is coming to an end. Consumers are becoming more rational. Spending money on pets is an expression of love, but it should be done within one's means. Exploitative businesses must realize that only by offering truly valuable products that deserve the love owners pour into their furry children can they achieve long-term success.